You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started.
What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command. As I watch this dust-up between the passport guys and the dating coaches, or as someone on the crypto podcast who left a super chat affectionately referred to them as the hating coaches. Oh man, this dust up reminds me of exactly the same patterns that happened when SYSBM started gaining traction. And yes, that particular group of guys, the PUAs and the dating/hating coaches of that time, they came with the same talking patterns. Oh, you just can't get black women. Oh, you just can't get women. Oh, you're lame. Blah, 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 blah. The same crab in a bucket mentality that was put online and on full display. Now, before I go any further, yes, it is important that men be able to have social conversations with modern women. Yeah, you should be able to just talk with them. However, modern women in general have made even having conversations with them damn near impossible because of their attitudes. Something that the G.A.M.E coaches don't really talk about. Now, what exactly is G.A.M.E? What is the definitive definition of G.A.M.E? And why is it that only black men have to have this thing called G.A.M.E? Well, gentlemen, I think it's time for a new acronym. Now, let's start off. G, generating, or getting, or gaining. Whatever you want to use. A, obviously, A. M, manipulative. E, edge. So, let's review. The acronym G.A.M.E stands for getting a manipulative edge on women. Basically, it's nothing more than mental manipulation. Now, why is it that only black men believe so heavily in G.A.M.E? Well, let's be perfectly honest. And this comes from something that I talked about a long time ago in one of my old videos, why sex workers generally avoid black men. And they had no problems saying it. It's because black men are cheap. So yeah, black men tend to be cheap. This is why there's such a heavy reliance on this thing called G.A.M.E. However, when you really look at it, what is G.A.M.E used for? One must truly ask. But anyway, this whole idea of black men having to stay in this matrix called America is absolutely horrible. So yeah, this whole gynocratic group called the dating/hating culture, I find them to be laughable at best. Why? Because they're using the same talking patterns against the black men who decide to travel, the passport brothers. Oh, well, you just can't get no woman. You're lame, blah, 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 blah. Hey, this is no longer the 90s. The landscape, the environment has thoroughly changed. More and more modern women have zero problems saying, yes, hit me up on my Cash App, or this is my fee. Women themselves are saying that they're monetized. However, once again, the other part of the conversation is the whole tricking part of the conversation, which once again, I find that utterly and totally laughable. For them, they still can't get past the whole idea that tricking means you're going to give the money directly to the woman. However, if you give the woman the money directly, you're paying for the outcome. However, let's talk about something else, particularly when it comes to black women. Why is it that there's such a huge expose culture in the black community? When you have a woman and someone flies her out, like the two videos that are on the internet of the two black women who got flown out, who decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to renege and not give you the cheeks. Now, me being a fairly intelligent guy, I look at that as, believe it or not, a win for the guys. Now, let me explain. They flew those women in with the intention of having sex. They put this on the internet. Now, all you need is a sleazy prosecutor in their area to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go after this person using the Mann Act. Oops. See, that's one thing that a lot of these guys don't think about when they're saying, oh, I'm going to fly a woman in, with the purposes of busting those cheeks. Yeah, believe it or not, if you fly a woman into your state and you get a sleazy lawyer who decides, you know what? She was human trafficked. And believe you me, gentlemen, you do not want women to start using that. Oh, I got flued out. Oh, I had sex. Oh, I felt like it wasn't consensual. Bam. Lawyers got a case. But these are things that are not thought about. So yeah, a lot of black women tend to be the finesse queens, which once again, you're told, oh, you know what? You're tricking if you fly a woman in. See, the definition of simping and tricking has been so diluted that the guys who are the quote unquote game guys say everything is simping and tricking. However, I would have a question for the dating coaches. Why do you care where another man puts his money and his penis? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. A man who decides, you know what? I have the money to travel. That means he's not going to be dealing with the low-level women here in America. So that means that money that he would try to shame you, and yes, I said shame, into spending on his course. That way you can go out and spend more money on a really worthless woman, would be going elsewhere. Oh, yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah. Now, I left a comment on a video where Guys were talking about the passport brothers and why do black women tend to become interested in black men that they never had any intention on being with in the first place. And I myself personally experienced this with the meat sack. But the comment that I left was, well, it's simple. Black women want first rights of refusal. And some of the other commenters, they looked it up and they was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Yes, black women get a kick out of refusing black men. They do. In general, not all, but in general. And they are the masters of nuclear rejection, i.e., if it's in public, they make the rejection so bad that it's meant to break the man's spirit. But that right there is part of the insidious plan to make that black man feel so low that he thinks, well, you know what? Black women don't want me. Who else would? However, that is gaslighting. That is projection of black women's own insecurity. Because let's be crystal clear about something. Other groups of men, no. They're not checking for black women like that. Why? Because of the horrible ethnic image, shout out to Kevin Samuels, R.I.P., that black women represent. As opposed to Asian women who have the best ethnic image in regards to women. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But all in all, here's what it's come down to. The same shaming tactics, the same name calling. You know, you guys are lame. You just can't get women here. You're going overseas because those women are poor, this, that, and the other. Now, when it comes to me, you know, the meat sack's Japanese. So it's like, what excuse could you tell me? Nothing. But all in all, I'm glad more and particularly younger black men are getting it. They're leaving this plantation. They've said, you know what? If this is what America has to offer me in regards to women, hell no. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to bide my time, and I'm going to go elsewhere because trust and believe, gentlemen, G.A.M.E is an American black man exclusive thing. Yeah. And it only works in America. But then you have to ask yourself, what is the quality of women that you're trying to run game on? I'm just saying. Well, I rambled on long enough. Let me know what you guys think. And ladies in America, the power will eventually go out. Feminism will damn sure go out right along with it. And particularly ladies in the black community. More and more black men will be getting their passports. It doesn't matter if he's behind on back child support because that is a small group of men. However, more and more men have seen your behaviors and decided, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time, my energy, my attention, or my money on a bad product. Yeah, I am going to go elsewhere. So yeah, you've been told how you can improve. You chose not to. So guess what? More and more black men have chosen to step the hell off. Bam! There you go. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am